Hey everybody, good morning and welcome to the Wreath Workshop. I am Ashley Greenwood from 3 Little Greenwoods Creations, and this is Bow Making Monday. This is where we get together every Monday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I just hang out with you while I make bows, give you a little bit of insight on how to make them and all the good things. So come on in, let me know where you are watching from. Chances are if you're watching right now, you're probably watching the replay either on Facebook, Good Morning Facebook, or on my YouTube channel. Both of those are the number 3, Little Greenwoods. Hello everybody, welcome. I'm so glad you're hanging out with me. Let me make sure I can see my comments a little bit better. There we go. Lots of people are joining up. So let's get started. First off, I gotta brag. I made something on Friday. It is so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. We're going to talk about this in just a minute as well. But this was the tutorial, the free tutorial that I did on Friday on my Facebook page. It is a sign from Hobby Lobby that I jazzed up, and you can get the complete tutorial by jumping over to my Facebook page or YouTube. It's going to be on our YouTube as well. It's just so cute. Oh my gosh, look. Look at that beautifulness. Those yellow ranunculuses make me so happy. I cannot wait to put this on my back porch, but I might list it in my Etsy shop too. So let's hang this back up. And before we get started, butterflies are having a moment, like seriously having a moment. And I'm gonna make a wreath with this tomorrow in my monthly membership. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, from Hobby Lobby, guys. Hobby Lobby is like making me so happy. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna use purple, of course. I've got some really pretty ribbons that we're gonna be using. I'm thinking of, oops, these two. Gorgeous. So if you're in my membership, this is what's coming tomorrow. And if you're interested in my membership, on TikTok, you can go to the link in my profile and there is information there that you can find. And if you are on Facebook, just type in membership in the comment section and I'll come back and help you find it. Good morning, my friend Barbara and Leslie. You got the same butterfly, Leslie, in blue? I know, they have lots of colors. I'm telling you, Hobby Lobby's making me happy. All right, let's get started. So I was in my warehouse space, which is the room over the garage, y'all. Seriously. You know, we're in the house. Everything is in the house. I don't have any extra storage units. I don't have a fancy design space, even though I really want it. I don't have it yet. I was looking for butterfly ribbons and I found these. I think we're going to use these tomorrow. But I also found this ribbon that I got from Sam's a couple of years ago. You can tell it's a couple of years old because the cardboard cover on it looks a little different. And it's directional ribbon. It says, "Hello, Spring." People always have a problem with directional ribbon. So I wanted to teach you how to use this morning. So stay tuned. I'm gonna pair this ribbon. I love the little truck. I don't care what people say. I think trucks are super cute. I'm gonna pair this ribbon with this stripe that I used on the porch sign. So cute. I never used this before, but I want to use it again. And then I grabbed a peach because if you look closely on the flowers in the bed of the truck, there's just like a hint of peach and it's just making me happy. So, hello Valerie, good morning. I know, I cannot wait to teach the butterfly tomorrow in our group. So excited. I just posted the our schedule for April in the Facebook group, Valerie, so go check it out, okay? All right, let's get busy. Let's talk about this ribbon. So this is a 2.5-inch wired ribbon. If you don't have a Sam's membership, just do a search at the usual places for Hello Spring ribbon or Blue Truck ribbon. You might be able to find something super similar. 1.5-inch, yes, it's wired. 1.5-inch, yes, it's wired. I only use wired ribbon. I'm going to be using my Easy Bow Maker My grandmother gave me this many, many moons ago. I have used it to build a very successful Etsy shop. So if you can't make bows by hand, it's okay. Get yourself one of these. They're on Amazon. Oh my gosh. Hello, my friend Tammy. Good morning, back, welcome. I'm gonna start this big loopy bow with the 2.5 inch ribbon. Now, this is called directional ribbon because it is definitely upside down. It has a definite right side up, which is this side. This one is my most favorite directional ribbon because it's just kind of easier to work with. So yeah, let's get started. All right, here we go. Let me pull some of this out. Guys, let me know, what are you doing this morning? What's going on? Did you have Easter at your home yesterday? Are you trying to piece your house back together after the Easter egg party? And I made the mistake years ago of buying confetti eggs for my children. Do you know what those are? Leave me a comment and let me know if you know what those are, because they're a mess. We need to talk about the tail first. Now, normally I start my ribbon tails. Hold on, guys. I'm this side. I start on this side, right? Yeah, I start on this side. But if I were to start my ribbon tails on this side, do you see how my trucks would be upside down? So we're gonna put in a faux tail. No, I started with this. I do this side. Oh my gosh, I'm getting confused. We need a faux tail. So I'm just gonna cut a length of ribbon with my scissors. And I don't want my tails to be like this. Do you see how that would be upside down? I want my tails to be like that. Okay, there we go. Candy says, with confetti eggs are only allowed to pop them outside. Yes, my oldest child, who will be 20 next week, popped one on his girlfriend in the house. So when I came into the kitchen after getting ready for Easter, there's like confetti everywhere. The poor girl had confetti all in her hair. She was not real happy. Bless her heart. But they're super fun. All right, one tail. I measured it 16 inches. That's the length of my board. I just went ahead and put it down in there, okay? I don't want my tails to be upside down. I want them to go the way that I want them to be. Good morning, Sam. Welcome. All right. Oh my goodness, let me unravel this stuff. All right, now we're gonna take our tail and put in about 2 inches. Push that ribbon down flat. And let's begin to measure our loops. I want a big loopy bow, so I'm gonna do 6 inches. Hold on. Let's talk about something else. So you see when I made my loop, on the outside of the loop, you don't see the cute truck, you just see Hello Spring. I don't like that. I want to see the truck. So let's be the boss and make it do what we want it to do. Okay, there we go. Pushing it down. I just made my first little tail longer so that I would see the truck. I can make it a little bit shorter. There we go. That's what I want to see. I want to see the cute little truck. So there's our first tail right here. I'm going to twist this ribbon away from me Measure out another 6 inches. Push it down. Let's do one more on each side. So we're going to have 2 6-inch loops on each side. Good morning, Sharon from North Carolina. Good morning, Kathy. Welcome. I am twisting my loops every time I make one. All right, and let's do our tail. Just like that. I'm going to put pressure in the middle at the base of the dowels and then gently tug my loops where I want them to be. So let's pull one up. I want this one to go up. Let's pull one up. Let's pull one down. Let's pull one up. Let's pull one down. And I'm going to keep this tail right here because that's pretty cute. Do you notice anything? It's not quite right. These trucks are upside down, and that's a no-go, especially if you're a seller. You know, you don't want to ship someone a bow that they've paid for and the ribbon's all wackadoodle. So let's talk about how we are going to flip these upside down so that they look perfect. Good morning from West Virginia. Welcome, Teresa. All right, here's how you do it, okay? Let me turn this way. Taking my finger, I am holding pressure right here. I'm going to take these little pinchers. I'm going to come right here to the base of this loop that is upside down, and I am going to twist it completely over. Doesn't matter which way you twist it, just twist it. So twist it over, and you may have to play with your ribbon just a little bit to get it to lay like you want it to lay, but you can do it. Just twist it. Here we go. I'm really compressing the ribbon in between these two dowels right here. It's going to hold your bow together, especially when you go to remove it from the bow maker. All right, there you go. You just twist it completely over. Easy peasy. All right, let's keep going. Next, I want to add the peach because it is so pretty. Peach is also, according to Pinterest, having a moment as well. What do you guys think about peach? Peach reminds me of my childhood. I think peach must have been super trendy in the 80s. Anybody else? It just reminds me of my childhood. Makes me happy. Good morning, Bees Flower Farm. Nancy says she loves it. Hey, Kim. Kim says it's adorable on Facebook. All right. I'm just going to cut my tail again because I have wires poking out of the bottom of my ribbon. That's just the way it goes. Okay. Kim says she loves the peach. Valerie says she doesn't like it that much. It's supposed to be a thing, Valerie. Okay, down in between my dowels. Push, push, push. Going to come to the base of the dowels and twist the ribbon away from me. Lots of people really like the peach. It's really pretty. Sam says she has had to have a peach comforter for your day bed. Talking about now or when you were little? Let me know. Leslie says peach was Pantone's color of the year last year. That must be where I'm getting it from. Okay, I'm just going to do two. I'm just going to do one on each side. It's just making me happy. Pull it down nicely. Remember, tug your tails and loops where you want them. Don't wait till you go to pull it out, because you're going to tighten it down and you just want everything where it goes. Yes, Teresa, it does look pretty with the blue, doesn't it? Oh, here's my stripe. Friday, when I made this little arrangement to go on this sign, was the first time I had used this ribbon. It is super cute. So if you bought it like me and have just been sitting on it, get it out and use it because it's super pretty. Sharon says she doesn't think the peach color was around in the 50s. I bet it was. All right, let's unwind a little bit of this. Big long tail. I'll always tuck my tail up under the edge of the table just to get it out of the way. I'm going to make these loops about an inch shorter than the other one, so it's going to be 5 inches, 5-inch loop. Carol says she loves the peach. Makes me happy. I've said a couple weeks ago, I have like an intense need to redecorate something in my home. I'm thinking it's going to be the dining room. That would be the easiest thing to do. Hey Misty, welcome to the Wreath Workshop. I hope you had a wonderful Easter. Push it down, twisting it over. I always make my family, they call me bossy. My family thinks I'm bossy. But we always take a group picture on a holiday. I usually bring my tripod, and my sister-in-law helps me wrangle everybody together. I always think of my grandmother. My daddy is the oldest of 9 children, big Catholic family. They were like stair steps. I cannot imagine having 9 children. Anybody else? I mean, Lord have mercy. But my grandmother, who I admired greatly, she would wrangle those children every holiday. I mean, like clockwork every year. And she would put them in order from oldest to youngest. So they were like a little stair, so like boop, 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 boop. And she would take their pictures. And it was so important to her. And those pictures are so treasured in our family because, and you know, they were like whining and complaining and fussing. But she made them take their pictures. And I am so happy that she did that. So I always tell my children, I'm like, listen here, you will stand there and take a picture for me. Oh my gosh, Valerie said, our Catholic family has many children too. My aunt had 16 children. How in the world? Did she have multiples? Like twins and triplets? Because that's crazy talk. I'm going to put one more pink layer on top of this, y'all. Someone's aunt had 8 children. Yeah. Oh my gosh. No wonder she was a little kooky. You know what I'm saying? I would be kooky. Barbara's grandmother had 12. Oh my gosh. Margaret's mother had 8 pregnancy in 10 years. That's pretty much like what my grandmother had. Pretty much. Okay, so I'm gonna do, wait, no, I can't do that. Here's why I can't do one more loop, a little button loop with this one, because I already made a button loop with the stripe. So a button loop is where I have an odd number of loops, and the last loop I make is like the center loop. It's just the little button loop right there. And if you look carefully, this side has 3 loops, and this one right here is my button loop, so I can't put another layer on there. My goodness. That's okay. It's still going to be beautiful. can grab my bind wire. Guys, this is called bind wire. You don't have to have bind wire. You can just use pipe cleaners, okay? You don't have to have fancy bind wire. Use what you've got. Go to Walmart, get some of these. It's not a big deal, but I do love this stuff. I do love this stuff. I never know where my customers are going to be putting the bows that they get from me. So I want to give them a long piece of wire, and this just makes me happy. Hey, Michelle, you are so kind. Michelle says, she's on TikTok. She says she loves watching me because my voice is so kind. Thank you, Michelle. I am laid back, okay? There's not a whole lot that gets me going. Not a whole lot, but I did. Y'all, I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm going to talk about it because it really made me have anger in my heart. So I got an email from one of my subscribers complaining because she used to love my content because it was all free. And now I am just trying to make money. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Cheryl. I'm trying to make money. I have a child in college, another child going to college in a couple of years. And I want to provide meaningful income for my family. So Cheryl made me very angry on Saturday when I got that email. So if you have, listen, if you have those thoughts, keep them to yourself, because the small business owners that are providing content for you, they don't need that in their head. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Misty, can you believe that? Y'all, Misty is a fantastic wreath maker. You should follow her. She's Little Luxuries. Yeah, Misty. Made me so mad. Oh, yes, time is money, Sammy, because honestly, like, I want to go live with you guys to make things and share my love of making with you. But what I really should be doing is working on orders, you know? You're welcome, Kathy. Okay, so what I did is I put a piece of bind wire up under all of this and a zip tie. Risa says, what do you mean you have bills when you're not on Facebook? I know. Shocker. Yeah. Cheryl. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I was not going to talk about that, but it just like burnt me up. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pull this up. Right there. First, I check to see if my bind wire is even on the back. Just I eyeball it. Y'all listen, I am not a perfectionist. I eyeball things. I do things differently. It's just the way I do it. So I'm going to eyeball to make sure that this is about even. Where do I get my bind wire? Amazon. If you go, I know you're on TikTok. If you go to my homepage and click that link, scroll down to where it says Shop Like Ashley. There is a button that will take you directly to the bind wire. And listen, it doesn't have to be green, okay? So if it's purple, white, yellow, it doesn't have to be green, okay? Shimmy that over. I'm gonna take this little piece right here and pull it to the back. Misty says there's nothing small about small business. That is the truth. There are so many things that have to go on in the background that nobody knows about. Here we go. Pulling this tight. Y'all, I did a TikTok about how these Huskies are my most favorite brand. They really are. But I have to say, these Nippics, they're really good for thick stems, okay? So if you have something that's really hard to cut, these are really good for that. Or if your hands are weak like mine, They are worth it, but they're $60, so be aware, okay? All right, I'm gonna twist this right here. Good morning, Kathy. Heart cutters, says Melissa. Where did you get heart cutters? H-A-R-T, let me know. Hey, Mary, you are welcome. All right, let's just fluff this bow up. Move these loops around. It's easier to fluff your bow when you've already put your loops where you want them to be. Hey, Nika, good morning. All right, so I have this little tail right here up the top. It's too long. Let's cut it. That is super cute. Super cute. Love it. Very springy. Very summery. Heart is from Walmart. They were $15, easy to use, heavy duty, and not too big. Thank you for sharing, Melissa. I'll have to go check it out. I have a list for Walmart. I'm gonna go Wednesday morning. That's my plan. Does anybody else plan out their shopping trips like that? I totally do. All right, now let's move on to some orders. So I got a special request for a navy, hot pink, and burlap. And I'm like, that sounds really pretty. So I'm gonna grab my burlap. Let me show you guys this because I think this is so smart. You know, I've only been doing this 5 years and I just realized it. So this is some ribbon that I use most often. And when I taught kindergarten, I had these little crates. And I would use the little crates to put small books for my kindergartners to read in. So everybody had a crate. Therefore, I had like 25 of them. But they're really good for putting in spools of ribbon. I have a little dowel. You can see that I've run through the hole. So I can just pull this ribbon up and it just spins around. It is easy peasy. Love this thing. Love this thing. Hey, Tracy. Oh my gosh, Tracy, listen. Guess what we're using? Tracy's in my membership group. This is the sign that we're using to make a wreath tomorrow morning. Isn't that pretty? Hobby Lobby. I'm so excited. I'm thinking, Tracy, I'm thinking of these ribbons. I'm not set, but I'm thinking. We'll see. I gotta figure that out. All right, so let's make navy, hot pink, and a burlap ribbon. Easy bow maker. Guys, listen. If you have a hard time making bows, you just can't get it. You just can't hold it all in your hand. Then get yourself an easy bow maker or get yourself a bow maker. And listen, if you already have a bow maker, but it's not the one that I use, learn how to use the one that you have. You don't have to go out and buy this one just because it's the one I use. If you have one, learn how to use it. Hey, Justin. Good morning, my friend. Did you wear your Easter bunny onesie to Easter dinner yesterday, Justin? Let me know. I was so lucky to meet Justin Green in person at a wreath retreat in Savannah in February. It was amazing. If you ever have a chance to do anything in person like that, go. Go, go, go. I loved it. I'm going back in September. It's hosted by Candy from Candy's Creations. Candy with a K. Creations with a K. She is an amazing wreath maker, wreath teacher. I take classes too, people. She's awesome. She and her whole team. Oh gosh, you had to work, Justin. I'm so sorry. That kind of stinks. Misty says, no shame in using a bow maker. No, there's not. Fairy Tale Faux Flower says, which one do I have? I have an easy bow maker. Listen, on Facebook, I will come back in and go through the comments. And if you are asking me for a bow tutorial, or where do I shop for ribbons, or what bow maker I use, I will come back in and leave you a comment to answer your question, okay? I saw my friend Faith watching just a minute ago. I used to teach school, everybody. Y'all all know that. And I love it when people from my former life, my teaching friends, pop into my lives. So Faith, hello. Happy spring break. Faith is a wreath maker as well. So funny how like she and I ended up making wreaths. Just crazy. Crazy. Someone says on TikTok, could not make a bow to save my life until the Easy Bow Maker. Me too. I tried to make one with my hand, y'all. It just didn't work. Just didn't work. All right, so here is my navy ribbon. This is called a canvas ribbon. Sometimes they call it denim. I don't know why they call it denim. Even when it's not blue, they call it a denim ribbon. But if you are looking for just solid ribbon, search for canvas ribbon, okay? When I first started making, I would see wonderful wreath makers using all this ribbon, and I didn't know where to find it. I didn't know what it was called. So if you want to know where I love to shop for ribbons, there's a link in the profile on TikTok. And if you're on Facebook, just leave me a comment and I will come back in and share that link with you. It's an instant download. Easy to get to. Places that I have shopped from before. Pushing it down, twisting it over. This is going to be burlap, navy, and hot pink. Y'all, everybody's walking their dogs today, and it's making me be jealous. I see people walking down the street outside. It's making me want to go outside. Even though everything is covered, it's still covered in pollen. Oh my gosh, it's awful. Good morning, Beth. You love the butterfly? Me too. We're going to use it to make something beautiful tomorrow morning. In my membership class, I got to go hunt up all my supplies and plan that out in my little brain. I'm going to push it down. Let's cut this tail. Guys, I always cut my tails on a diagonal. That's just how I do it. There's nothing wrong with dovetailing. This is just how I do it, okay? It's just your personal preference, your personal choice. Pull these loops where I want. I pull one up, I keep one in the middle, and I pull one down. Good morning, Roslyn. Welcome. Rhonda, I see your comments. I'll come back and leave you a link, okay? Tracy says they are getting a big snowstorm in New Hampshire. What in the world? Tammy says she's at the lake now. The dog is running. My son was here for Easter and he had his golden retriever. That dog. She is the most loving pet we have ever had, but she is a mess. She doesn't make good choices. Love this hot pink and navy. I believe she ordered double door wreaths, so I'm gonna make 2 of these real fast. Double door wreaths are a little bit tricky to make. I always tell my customers that double door wreaths are not identical twins, okay? They're not. You cannot make them identical, no matter how good you are or how hard you try. So I always tell my customers, they're not twins, they're sisters. They look a lot alike, but they're not gonna be exactly the same. So if you ever get asked to make double door wreaths, use that analogy so that your customer won't think that they are going to be, you know, cookie cutter copies of each other, even though we are a handmade business. Tell them they're sisters. All right, pulling one up, pulling one down. Go. Now this bow is going on a wreath, so I am not wasting my bind wire on this bow. I always use pipe cleaners, but I know that the bow is going on a wreath. So I'm going to take it and glide it up underneath. Zip tie, this is an 8-inch zip tie. You can find this zip tie and all of my other wreath making supplies in my Amazon storefront. Pull this up, push, push, push down. It's so important to compress your ribbon, just like that. Kim says she really likes these colors. I know, they're really pretty. It's gorgeous. All right, straighten it up on the back. Make sure it's relatively even. Shimmy that zip tie over. I'm going to get my tail and pull that to the back carefully. The goal is to pull the buckle of your zip tie to the back of your bow without moving this like ribbon sandwich that you've got going on right here. You don't want to mess up the ribbon sandwich. You want to keep it all nice and stacked up. Okay. I'm just going to pull this as tight as I can. If the ribbon sandwich shifts a little bit, it's okay, but you really just want to like pull it down tight. Tight as you can, friends. When I first started, I used to use floral wire instead of a zip tie, and my bows did not look good because I could never get it tight enough. So if you have that problem with floral wire, just use a zip tie. It'll be okay. Let's give it a little bit of a fluff. Okay, isn't that so pretty? Oh my goodness, love it. Kim is asking, do I have a favorite brand of scissors? I do, and it's not Fiskars. I'm going to put this back here because I'm going to make that wreath in just a minute. So let's talk about scissors, everybody. This might be controversial, but I don't like Fiskars, the high dollar scissors. I buy a pack of 3 scissors off of Amazon. They may be more than 3 in a pack. They last me a really long time. They're really sharp. Yes, they lose their sharpness and become dull after a while, but I love them. I buy them. They're in my Amazon storefront. If you want the link to the scissors on TikTok, it's in the link. Guys, you know, if you're on TikTok, everything's in the link, right? And if you are on Facebook, you can just drop me a comment and I will hook you up, okay? Barbara, I'm not making a wreath live today, but I'm going to be making, I'm looking at my orders. I got a lot of orders, y'all. I have, today's orders are 4 lantern swags, which are so easy to make. 5 wreaths, including these double door ones. So yeah, I got a busy day. After I get finished with this bow, I'm gonna hop off and go and start slinging wreaths. Our children have a 2-week spring break this week. So it's kind of laid back. It's pretty awesome. I love it. Ooh, you bought the same brand. You bought the same brand name of scissors at Costco. Very comfortable. Yeah, I love these scissors. That's good that Costco has them. You're welcome, Kim. Oh, I think my mother's here. My mother has come to, Mama? Oh, she's here. My mother has come to, steam flowers for me. She's my assistant. I set her all up downstairs. So she's going to come hang out with me. Well, actually, she's not going to hang out with me. She's going to be downstairs working at the kitchen table. But my mama just showed up, y'all. I thought I heard her come in, and she's actually early this morning because usually she's really late. Misty says she is the same in the orders department. It is a wonderful problem to have, isn't it? Isn't it, Misty? Having a lot of orders is something that you pray for when you're first starting. And if you just keep going, it will happen for you. If you keep doing all the things, keep taking those little steps. But it's still like a problem. Kim is asking, I would love to see how to do that sometimes. Kim, what are you asking about? Can you leave me another comment? Sharon, hey Sharon. Sharon says, when you make double door wreaths, do you make them both at the same time or one at a time? I make them one at a time, but I'll make the first one and then I'll hang it up on my wall right here so I can look at it, okay? Leslie says she is praying for that day. You just keep going, Leslie. One small step at a time. I've been doing this 5 years, okay? It's not a fast process, if you know what I'm saying. It's just one step at a time. You get a little bit better. You get a little bit smarter. You know? And my motto has always been, if other people can do it, I can too. If other people can do it, I can too. So someone is asking, she wants to see how I steam flowers. I'm pretty sure I showed how to do that in a live not too long ago. If you go back, or if you search on my Facebook page, you should be able to find it. Steaming flowers. I only do it, I don't steam all of my flowers, guys, because it takes time. But the ones that I order from Amazon, they typically come quite smushed and they need some love. So, yay, Barbara. She has several bows that she has to make for an order. That's awesome. Pushing down. Okay, I'm going to measure one more tail. My ribbon is super twisted. Yes, Facebook saves the lives, which is really nice, Shauna. No kidding. TikTok does not. But you can download your lives from TikTok and then upload them to YouTube or wherever you want to go. All right, let's pull this up. Put that down. I fan everything out as I am working. So here is our second layer in the Easy Bow Maker. 3 loops on each side. Shauna says she is working on getting on Etsy. You just keep going. And listen, I have a friend, Lauren Kilgore from Beautiful Mesh. She has an ebook that I always recommend to anybody that asks me about getting started on Etsy. And if you leave me a comment asking for it, I can come back in and leave you the link. But I am a believer, you're either going to spend time learning how to do something or you're going to spend money learning how to do something. And if you want to fast track what you're doing and you have the money, spending money to learn is just way easier because they already know how to do it. Does that make sense? Oh, Kim says she has 4 tombstone saddles and 6 bouquets to make. Ooh, we're making bouquets in the membership this month. I am making a prom bouquet. I'm going to teach my group how to do it for my son's best friend's girlfriend. Oh, yay. Leslie says she is in Lauren's class right now, and it is so helpful. I am so glad to hear that. Now, listen, you can learn anything. You can learn how to do anything. It's called YouTube University. It'll teach you all the things. But it takes time. It takes a lot of time to figure out stuff. And if you don't want to waste the time, and you would just rather someone teach you the steps that they have already taken and that they know how to do, that's what I recommend. I did not start this business as a hobby. I started this business because I wanted to leave my part-time preschool teaching job. I was kind of done with teaching. I've been doing it for a really long time. Okay, one more loop on the other side. Pushing that down. I'm going to use my first tail to measure my second tail. Valerie says training is so important. Took TikTok training and I'm gaining followers, so now you can go live. Good job, Valerie. That is awesome. And listen, don't be scared to go live. Just do it. You just got to do it. I didn't want to teach for a long time. But I realized that I really like it. I mean, I'm a teacher, you know? All right, this is going in a wreath. So I am grabbing a pipe cleaner. My favorite zip tie. Push, push, push. Really important. Oh, thank you, Leslie. Leslie says I'm really good at teaching. Country Creation says she would like to do wreath making full time, but your wreaths aren't selling. Where are you selling, my friend? Where? Why the pipe cleaners for wreaths? Do you think it's sturdier? Sammy, no, I don't. I just think it's cheaper. It's cheaper than this, and no one's going to see it. So I always use a pipe cleaner on bows that I know are going into wreaths. And if it's a bow that's going to be shipped separately to a customer, then I use this. Does that make sense? Sammy says, gotcha. Yeah, it's cheaper. All right, so my friend that wants to do wreath making full time, she says her wreaths are not selling. She says she has a Shopify site and locally. Okay, I'm gonna step up on my soapbox just a minute. Shopify websites are fantastic for when you have an email list already, when you have a active social media account like Facebook, but they're not great just to have a Shopify site if you aren't selling, because you are the one that has to push all of the traffic to that Shopify store. And if you don't have an audience, and if you don't have an email list, how are you going to do that? You're not going to be able to do that. I always recommend starting on Etsy first. And then when you are on Etsy and you're getting traction, then you can start pushing people over towards your standalone Shopify site. I hope that makes sense. If you have any other questions, just let me know. I've always told you guys, people go to Etsy looking for what we sell with their debit card in their hot little hand. They're actively looking for hot pink and navy. Bow. But if you're just on the World Wide Web with your Shopify site, nobody's going to find you. They are not going to find you. And that's just the truth of the matter. I have a Shopify site for my tutorials, and the only reason that that website earns any money at all is because I have an email list that I can push people towards that site, okay? She is asking, do you need to start Etsy? Yes. Yes. Etsy's not hard to get started. It does take persistence. And if you would like for me to share my friend's ebook on how to get started on Etsy the right way, just send me a direct message. That's just my opinion. Other people may think differently, but that's my 2 cents for it. Hello, my friend Becky. Do the supplies for my wreath making membership class require a wholesaler license? No, that is a great question. I like to, well, first off, I give a detailed supply list after I have made every tutorial. So tomorrow, good question. Tomorrow we're going to be using this. Look, Becky, we're going to use this tomorrow in our class. I'm going to leave you the link to get this, to find it. And if it's sold out where I purchased it, then I'm going to see if I can find another one that is similar to this to give you another link to purchase this. And I know that these ladies, they don't shop at wholesale. They don't shop at the places that I can shop. So I don't ever use something that they can't get either online or in a retail store like Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Okay? Because, you know, that's not nice at all. Hey, Lily. Hey, Lisa, welcome. All right, friends, I'm popping off. I'm going to go downstairs and check on my mother because she's downstairs steaming flowers for me. I need to make sure that she has everything that she needs to do her job because I need help. Y'all have a great day. I hope you had a wonderful Easter. Have a wonderful week. Crossing my fingers, I will get to go live again later in the week to show you something awesome. Kim is asking, do I offer a wholesale list in my group? Do you mean places that I shop wholesale, Kim? Is that what you're asking? Because I do tell them where I shop, yeah. I think that's what you're asking. Connie is wanting to know what type of steamer do I use. You can go to my Amazon storefront, which is in the link. Scroll down to where it says Shop Like Ashley, and it's in there, okay? Hey, Kelly. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Lovely. Kim, yeah, we do talk about places that I shop wholesale. I don't shop too many places wholesale because you have to order large quantities. But yeah, there are a few places that I really like. All right, friends, I'm signing off. Y'all have a great day. I'm gonna go check on my mama and my dog. All right, bye everyone. Bye guys, have a great day. Stay tuned for something beautiful at the end of the week.